You are now tuned into the greatest.
Keep your radio right here.
It's DJ Infared. It's the code.
Heavy hitter DJ Infared, you know what it is. Hip Hop X, we in the building with J to the mwah. You know what we doing here, man. 2020. So this sounds a little crazy because I remember listening to the LOX in like 97 and shit, or 98, whenever that, like y'all came out with that mixtape, the first one, the Bad Boy joint, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 2020, and my man is still relevant. And not only is he relevant, he got an album out, Ignatius. And like when I tell you, like one of my favorite joints right now is crazy. Like not even just right now, but just period.
Yeah,
like it's a dope project, man. Like
appreciate it.
Like let's get to it, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
you know
Rest up to my bro Pick. You know, Ignatius, Jay Jackson.
And you know, let's get to this album, man. We're gonna break it down. Like all these songs, like, did you have anything on this album recorded before this? Like
That's all new material.
All new material.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight dedication.
Yeah, that's all new material, based on things, you know, all the features is people he always asks me to work with. The production is people he wanted me to work with. The post-production is something he always wanted me to do. You know, I just try to keep it in the form of love. When we would be in the studio, all type of things he would ask me, I tried to do that in the project and make that happen like that, and it came out pretty dope. You know what I mean?
Nah, it came out really official. I think the best thing that happened with this project is you tied in, like, and I don't want to say, like, I don't never call it old school because it's not old school. I feel like 90s, 2000 hip hop, for me, I call it mid school. You know what I'm saying? That's my word for it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you tied that into what's going on now, and it was like, just even sonically, it just sounds crazy. It's like, it was a great marriage, man. So like, you know, when you're in the studio and you got these producers that you're working with, like, what was your train of thought when you was putting all this together?
Him, you know what I mean? I just wanted the sound. I just wanted to make him happy. And do some things I never did, you know, and do it like that, and it worked. You know what I mean? I felt, for the most part of the whole thing, speaking to his kids' mothers, you know, and his oldest daughter. She came to one of the events I had in Harlem for him. For them being satisfied, like they call me crying and we love it and we can't stop listening to it, and thank you so much for, you know, keeping his name going and his legacy, and you know what I mean. So that right there is good for me. Like
100%, 100%.
His family, his kids' mothers, his kids and loved ones, they really love the project and think, you know what I mean. So that's all I set out to do.
Word. And you know it's crazy, like, you know, I think a lot of people that, you know, they don't come from the kind of places that we come from, and they don't realize, like, the bond that you can have with people, you know what I'm saying? So I know this was your brother, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I bet you when you finish this shit and you listen back to it and you see
like
how...
a piano off my back.
Word.
Like, you know what I mean? To sit down and smoke and listen to the whole project done, it was a world of relief. Like, you know what I mean? It felt relieved. It felt like when Rev Run, that show used to come on, he was at the end in the jacuzzi with the Blackberry. That's how I felt, like listening to, I mean, you know what I mean, after it was finished, and just listen to it and taking it all in, and you know what I mean, all the crying, studio sessions, and Schniffeling, and you know what I mean, that was all behind me. It felt beautiful. It was like a rejoicing moment, a moment to celebrate.
Yeah, and I think like you definitely bridge that gap from, you know, the music and the feeling. Like you definitely let people feel it. You know what I mean? So when I listen to this album, you know what I mean, I like, even for me, it gets a little emotional for all the people I lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any songs on there that like maybe that you listen to a lot more than the others, or that you just can't listen to? You know what I'm saying?
The closure is hard for me to listen to. Like, if you listen to Closure, you can hear my voice cracking when I was trying to record little bit of bars on the front of it. It was hard for me to record it. Like I was crying. Poobs was engineering the board. He was crying, but we got through it. But yeah. Sometimes when I just listen to it, a tear just I don't even want to cry, and a tear just dropped down my eye. So that's how you know that song is very touching. Like some of the people that I shouted out on there, when they finally heard it, like they called me like, "Yo, man, this song right here, I can't stop listening to it. It's making me think of my mom's, or it's making, you know what I mean?" So yeah, that's one that's like a tough. It's always tough from when I made it to if I just listen to it now, it just bring back, make you drop one.
Yo, so with all the projects, everything that you've done, and not knocking anything else that you've done, but you think this is your best body of work right here?
I mean, I've been hearing that. People been saying that. And that's not a knock on nothing, because you're supposed to be as good as your last work.
100%, 100%.
You're only as good as the last thing you did. So,
facts.
You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that at all. I would love it to be my best project. That means there's the energy in the universe. He up there, you know what I mean, working. He's making them,
And you know what I think is really dope is that how you were saying most of the producers and the features and everything that, you know what I'm saying, post-production, everything was, things that he wanted you to do.
Yeah.
So you think that he's looking down at you like, see, I told you, nigga.
Yeah, definitely.
I told you.
He definitely like, see, B, I told you, just listen to me. I told you. So, you know what I mean? I always think of that. Like, yo,
nah, word,
he definitely
word.
like, you see when you listen to me, look at this. This is what it is. So, it's a feeling, good feeling.
Nah, that's dope, man. And a lot of artists, and I have conversations with especially young artists, trying to find themselves, and they always like going left and right, and they don't really know who they want to be yet. And I always tell them like, yo, just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because like your regular life, your everyday life is more interesting and more relatable than the other shit you're trying to be.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anything you can, and any of that other shit. You just give them you. Nobody else can give them that. So that's the, you know what I mean? The young dudes get misconstrued with the wave.
100%.
Your life and your story is a story nobody can tell. So, you know what I mean? When you give them that, it'll help your career out. But, sometimes it takes longer as others to figure it out longer than others, but eventually, hopefully, they'll get it.
Nah, and I was saying that to say this is like, some artists, they afraid to show emotion or say, yo, we was crying in the studio, or, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna make a record of this because it's too revealing of what's going on with me. But, like, just for me personally, like, me listening to these songs, you know what I'm saying, it lets me get that feeling of, because sometimes I don't know how to release my angers or my feelings. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, yo, now I got somebody that's relating to me, actually putting in words. You know what I'm saying? So
facts, because that's what this whole thing was. Like, I didn't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? And it was dragging and weighing on me. So I figured, yo, I'm just gonna do a project in his name and let that, you know what I mean, not wash my hands with it, but had to take the load off the stress and just keep thinking about him and really not understanding it. And you know what I mean, that was like my closing, my eulogy, my, you know what I mean, after the repass, after the crying, and you know what I mean. So I'm able to get on with my regular scheduled program now, and he'll still be A&R from heaven.
Word.
But it won't be like, damn, we don't got. It's like now we got him with us. You just can't see him, but he's working. You know?
Facts. Do you have any like any songs that didn't make the project that you were working on for this that you might use later, or that just might be sitting in the cut, or what?
Yeah and no. I mean, I always do a bunch of this. All of these songs were made for this, and then I didn't want to do none of that. Like, these is all new recorded songs that made for that project. But I got other songs, because I'm going to come back talking ratchet. I'll come back for the 100%. Summer.
You have to. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's
but
Jada,
I just wanted to
right.
complete that, get that done in rap. But yeah, I got more, baby. It ain't over. And new LOX album is coming April, I would say.
I need
We're
that.
about to shoot the first single when I get back on the other side. Yeah, the ball is rolling.
Well, all right, so you said April?
Nice rollout. Yeah, I would say April. Because we going to shoot the first single any day now, then they going to roll it out.
So if you don't come here April and come see me before then,
No,
we're going to have issues. We're going to have issues.
Me and my bros got to come back.
No, you
we
already.
got to come back. Yeah, you know we going to come back.
Shout out to the LOX, man. Shout out to Sheik. Shout out to Styles, you know what I'm saying? You know, before anything, I'm a big fan. You know what I'm saying? Grew up off of that. Ignatius is out there. You know what I mean? You know, get it. It's everywhere.
Juices for life too. You know, we got 4 juice bars,
100%.
1 in Brooklyn, 2 in the Bronx, 1 in Yonkers. More to come. Shout out to Pharmacy for Life. You can hit them up. They got everything you need for your life to feel better, to get better. You know what I mean? So we just trying to stay on that health kick as well.
Yes, sir. You know what it is. Heavy hitter DJ Infrared, Jadakiss, Ignatius. Go get that. Let's go.